One day I found myself with a son that was born, and I realized it was time to get serious. I decided I would go to SPSCC and get a degree in auto technology and make auto mechanics my career. I had classes in air conditioning, transmissions, electrical. I had the complete gamut. I felt like I had a very well-rounded education, and that in turn carried on through my career all the way through my life. First I got the ATA degree, which helped me get into the dealerships and be a real mechanic and a good mechanic. And then when I worked at Intercity Transit, I took some supervisory classes, some management classes there. And I'd always kind of harbored a desire to have my own shop. After 10 years at Transit, I decided to make the jump and took some classes at South Puget Sound Community College in business and accounting, and then with the help of my wife, I made the jump. It's been a lot of fun. There's some trying times, but it's been a tremendous period of personal growth for me. I'm on the South Puget Sound Community College Advisory Board for the automotive program, and that was important for me to do because the program really did a lot for me. I think I really benefited from it. When I talk to somebody that's interested in auto mechanics, I strongly encourage them towards South Puget Sound Community College because I know the program, because I sit on the advisory board, and I know from my experience they're going to get a very well-rounded education and will end up being a good mechanic.
So I graduated 2000 from South Puget Sound Community College. It was an excellent experience for me. I studied the core programs and focused on some sciences to get a 2-year degree and then move on to Evergreen State College. And I know that the relationship between the two schools were perfect, and so that's where I went. I went straight there and said, this is perfect for me. As the harvest manager, my job is to provide an opportunity for tribal members to catch fish. I am a Squaxin tribal member, so what I'm doing is helping me and my fellow tribal members. And at the same time, I'm working with the state of Washington Fish and Wildlife. I'm working with other tribes to make sure that we all can come together and come to agreements to have fisheries and make sure that fish are returning to the streams. We're out doing studies, trying to figure out why these juvenile salmon aren't leaving or why they're dying before they should. We're working as co-managers, tribes and states, to get down to the bottom of why Mother Nature is acting the way it's acting, and if it's us, or if it's nature itself. It's important for salmon to be here 7 generations from now, and 7 generations after that, and after that, and after that. It's supposed to be perpetuated. Our goal is to reach that and work towards that, so my great-great-great-grandchildren have fish here someday, and they can fish on those fish. That's where we want to be.
My main area of study at South Puget Sound was anthropology, archaeology, Northwest Coast Native American art, everything related to Northwest Coast natives. Who I am is Native, and so I really like the connection with other Native tribes. While I was pursuing my degree at SPSCC, I was working with the Squaxin Island, the tribe's website, and the artifacts. I continued to work in the lab at SPSCC, analyzing the artifacts, measuring, documenting, and really examining some of the different wood fibers. I started transporting artifacts to the Squaxin Island Museum, and that is where I am now today as curator. I've been here 8 years. SPSCC really gave me the road and the path to go on that I didn't know was there for me. It got me the education that I wanted and even more. I had no idea I was going to end up in a museum. I love what I get to do. I love handling the artifacts. I love handling the artwork. I love dealing with the artists, and I think their work deserves to be shown, and shown in a good way. It's a great joy. It's close to my heart.
My experience at South Puget Sound was great. My passion at the time of graduating from high school was to learn more about electronics and computer programming and how electronics could control moving parts. The knowledge and training I learned at South Puget Sound prepared me to move into the automation and electronics, and eventually into helping us make our own laser systems and process equipment that now processes diamonds. So currently at Diamond Technologies, we manufacture all of the water jet and orifice components for the OEMs of high pressure component systems around the world. We know we're impacting the medical world, the water jet world, the aerospace world, and it's a great feeling to know that you got the right equipment and the right experience to continually innovate and produce new products that the world demands. And the college actually plays an important role in the economy today. Our machining division, for example, employs 3 graduates from the CMT program, and we respect that the college has ambition to train folks into the fields that are required, especially to keep the manufacturing and processing in the United States. South Puget Sound was a pivotal role, I feel, in my career in regards to that it gave me some confidence and training enough to where I felt confident stepping forward in my current job and in the jobs that followed, saying I can do what you need done. And I felt like I received the training enough to go in and then keep receiving future training as technology advanced.
I love a lot of things about South Puget Sound. I really enjoyed my time there. What drew me to SPSCC was the vocational offerings. So I started with drafting, and I just ended up sticking with it because I enjoyed it so much. It was a strong sense of community, and I really enjoyed my instructors. I exited the program with job offers, and not just any job offers, excellent job offers. Within about 3 years of exiting SPSCC, I ended up working here at the Artisans Group. We're definitely early adopters of the Passive House approach. Passive House really was sort of the answer. You build a better shell, you build a home that can function, and it affects the environment, it affects human health, it affects people's pocketbooks, and that the homes actually pay themselves off. So it was really exciting on several levels. I've been hiring from the BIM program for at least 7 or 8 years. And all 3 drafters that we have on staff right now were hired directly out of that program. One of them isn't even done yet. And we've found that program really enables the people that come out of it not just to have the skill sets they need to begin work immediately, but it also gives them the latitude to explore what really interests them. So the people that I have hired out of the program with us right now have very different strong suits. And I feel like a good program allows them to do that so that they're able to find what they're passionate about and be able to find their niche in a company of doing what really interests them. My education was the key to pursue a passionate career, and I hope that other students are inspired to do the same.